I haven't. I thought we planned on everybody being quiet.
That was the most awkward. Oh, everybody was quiet.
I know, right? We didn't even plan that shit. It worked out great.
It's a wonderfully awkward silence.
Worked out pretty good. Hey, welcome to the Off the Record music show. We have musicians in house today.
Yay!
Yes. Once again, I am not sure if those are coming through the correct channel. I think the mics are picking them up. Anyways, whatever. We're fucking, hey, new intro.
We're amateurs over here.
That's right, new intro. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah! The crazy fat guy.
And welcome back, everybody.
You are the king.
Hey, look, you got to do something fun every once in a while.
Yes, love it.
Yeah. These,
Whoa.
Ooh, hey, there we are. There we are again. That's how long the delay is. 2.627 seconds.
That's a pretty good delay.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, who the fuck are you people?
Yeah.
We are Our Final Feud.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm Colton. I'm the singer, frontman.
I'm Addison, play drums.
I'm Ivan. I play guitar.
And I'm Anthony. I play the bass.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you play bass?
Yeah, I play the bass.
Holy
We have a
shit!
bass. It's no longer a computer. I am a real person. I promise. Even if you can't see me, I exist. I promise.
Here, we'll flip it around. Here.
Our MIDI bassist.
There he is.
That's flesh is hell.
There he is.
You guys want us to change his name to, what was it, Bob? I can't remember our old bassist's name.
Oh, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. If you guys want us to change his name to Ricky, we can.
Nothing like
Is that how much he meant to you? You don't even remember his name?
Huh?
That's how much Ricky meant to you? You don't even remember his name?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I think that could be told for all bass players.
I have big shoes to fill for Ricky.
He was good. He was good.
He was perfect. Literally, never missed a note.
Addison, how you doing over there, buddy?
No, a little nervous.
A little nervous.
Nervous?
What do you mean?
What? This is like your fourth time being on the show now.
It never leaves.
And what you mean by that is that you never leave here, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always here.
Yeah.
It's like our second
Yeah,
home.
we have a cot for Addison in the back.
Mm-hmm. I've been living here the past few months. You know?
He's a great podcast studio troll.
Yeah.
He keeps all the mice at bay.
Mm.
Every once in a while, he bats them around. And clean up after him, change his little litter box. full of shaved drumsticks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was thinking, because you don't generally say a bunch, and I know you're probably nervous, and I know Rob and I miss Jade a bunch,
Yes.
so we came up with an idea.
Oh God.
You just hold this right.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
And here's a couple different ones.
That's
In case you
perfect,
wanna-
actually.
Wow.
Just hold that up. Hold that up.
You know,
there.
that reminds me of there's a medication for depression, and the people how they hold up their smiley face in front of their depression face. That's what that reminds me of.
Nice.
Yes.
So whenever you get nervous, just
hold that
Just
up.
hold up your stress card.
I got you. I appreciate it.
Tape it there, bro.
Tape it.
I need some tape. I mean, fuck.
Word on the streets is you're a hell of a basketball player.
No
I mean,
shit.
not anymore. I mean, because like music and I need all my limbs, and everything. So I kind of toned back on it a bit.
Do a lot of people lose limbs playing basketball?
I mean, on the hard concrete. I mean, because that's where.
Injury.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good for your knees, ankles, all that.
I empathize with him in the sense that my football career ended playing PE basketball.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. it
Yeah,
did.
my soccer career ended playing PE basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had injuries, playing sports.
Because it never fucking started. I don't know shit about sports in general.
Musicians don't need to play sports. I mean, it's too dangerous.
Dude, I did track in middle school, and then that was that was the extent of it. My brother's fucking obsessed with football, especially.
As he should be.
Yeah, I know.
Your brother's a good fucking dude.
No, he's awesome. I love him. I know jack shit about football though.
So what happened? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He started playing the drums and he couldn't risk it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm with you, buddy. I don't know shit about sports ball. I don't follow any teams. I don't have time for that crap.
Exactly.
You have to make time.
Yeah, see, I
You
don't.
really do.
We all have the same 24 hours, and I choose to spend it differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I can see that. Like whenever you sent me the text, I don't remember what it was about. I was chilling out watching basketball, and you said that you were fucking pouring concrete,
Yeah.
or some crazy shit like that. And that's the difference here. My fat ass is on the couch watching football. He's out, in the summer sun pouring concrete, doing shit for the podcast.
Shit, the shit does not pour itself.
Yeah.
I checked. None of this.
Oh wow.
That's no fun.
This shit don't mow itself. None of these cars fix themselves. Yeah, so I gotta get that shit done. Whatever. How you doing?
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty all right.
Flip around.
Yeah. It's funny that you're talking about sports because do you do fantasy football?
Yes.
So I
2 leagues.
I was doing 2 leagues.
Yeah.
I just joined my first fantasy football league like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I have 3 roommates and they're all in it and they're all like obsessed with football.
Yes.
But I'm probably like the least sport watcher of the 4.
Sure.
So on Sundays it's like a war zone in my house. Like I'd be
Yes.
like, oh my god, Justin Jefferson, I love you,
Yes.
I love you. And like I'm just like, oh my god, what's going on?
Justin Jefferson
You're like,
is
hey,
a bad
my guy
motherfucker.
scored.
Yeah.
That was a bad man.
Shout out. If Tony Pollard is watching this podcast, shout out to him. He's carrying me in my fantasy league.
Yes.
Shout out to that guy.
First overall?
Yeah, he was my first overall pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about fantasy.
I
To
don't
be honest,
know.
maybe the podcast can just be you and me talking about fantasy
I know, right?
sports.
Hey,
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm over here like,
I have thought about doing a sports podcast. We do a lot of sports ball in our house: soccer, football.
Oh, really?
Baseball, hockey. Am I forgetting anything? A little bit of basketball.
Uh-huh.
A little bit.
Forced me to watch basketball.
Yeah. Mostly during more so during the finals, more than anything else, because that's when them boys are balling.
Yeah,
It's
the
the only games
playoffs
you
in general. Yeah.
I'm from Miami, so I watched like all the NBA finals.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a big like Jimmy Butler guy.
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah.
was that 3 or 5?
Yes.
305. Shout out to
Miami is
305.
305.
305 in the house. Hell yeah. My insurance just went up.
305 and 786, the forgotten one.
So kind of getting to the point, I am fucking stoked for you guys. You don't know this. I'm a big fucking fan of your music. Colt and I said you guys do know that. I tell you that every fucking time I see you, and whenever I don't see you sometimes. Hey, all right, it's like that. But you're now your sound, I think, is going to be rounded off, and like it was fucking amazing beforehand, right? And now I just can't wait to see what you guys are going to bring to the table. I am goddamn excited about it.
Did you guys have like a favorite show where you watched them
Yes.
play?
Yep. It was the last Warrior show. I think I may be. That might not be true. Anyways, yeah, I think it was the Warrior show. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
all the shows at the Warrior are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
the sound there is just
super fun.
insane.
I
Like,
don't fucking know where the Warrior.
Oh man.
I don't. Where?
I'm pretty sure that's the show you met us at.
That was at 926.
No,
Oh
but
yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were there.
oh yeah, that
Was I?
I saw them for the first time at the Warrior also.
Yeah.
And like that's what like inspired me to like reach out to them and be like, hey, do you need a bassist? Because you have a computer. So I'm a person. Because it's funny, like I was in and I am in a different like local band also. But like after I saw them play, I was just like, these guys are like my favorite band here. Like I need to be a part of this. Like oh my god, like. Because I would tell people like after I watched them, I'd be like, I think it's impossible to go to an Our Final Feud show and not enjoy yourself at least. Like
Absolutely.
maybe you don't love metal music or super hard music, but it's just such fun music and the energy.
That was our goal, yeah.
Like,
To
that was
just
our goal.
even people who don't like metal, just like for them to like vibe along to the music and everything. Like that was our goal for sure.
You know, and I think you guys accomplished that so well. And like like in the other band that I'm in, I sing also, and like I would just look at Colton's energy, and I'm just like, oh my
Yes.
god, like the way he's jumping around on stage, and I was
Yes.
like, I'm so like jealous of him, and like his ability to scream and Dirty Fry and everything. He's just so cool. Like my idol, Colton's my idol.
Make out right now.
ASMR, Our Final Feud. Colton, kiss me.
Hey, yo, my mom's
We just
watching.
lost about 30 listeners.
We had Our Final Feud on the podcast once, maybe even twice. I just never got the opportunity to see them,
Yeah.
and finally one day I got the opportunity to see them, and I went from liking the band, right? Like no lie, I liked you guys, but I didn't fucking love you. And I saw them live, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck have I been
I
missing?
think you walked up to me after we went on, and you were like, bro.
That's how I felt
You were
too,
like,
yeah.
bro.
Bring it in. that
That's
sounds like
awesome.
me. Yeah. So
I feel like we're now like new and improved almost because we have Ivan now, and our writing is a lot more contained now. We have like a better process now, and we're writing a lot more technical stuff, like a lot more. It's just like better overall, It's just like a different sound completely, a different metal sound,
that's wild to hear because your shit wasn't. What's the word I'm looking for? It was not technical
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah, it was kind of more on the new metal side.
Yeah.
With like the structure, like kind of more like a pop structure.
I want to admit it was not technical is what I meant to say.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like what we're doing now is kind of like a step up from
That's
what we were
awesome.
doing before.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't wait to play this.
Our sound definitely has made a transition.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously it's
Yeah.
Ivan.
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah.
Big part is Ivan.
Man
Huge
is-
part.
Ivan
yeah.
is God.
yeah.
No, it's been a fun process so far. Like going back to like the shows and stuff. I had met them at 926 because my friend wanted to go see. Sorry.
I know you're God and all, but
You got a big dick, man.
My friend wanted to go see. I forget who else was playing. It was Learning to Swim and.
Oh yeah, that was that
Seppi,
weird,
it was Seppi.
really weird mixed genre show that
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah. it was
But
a bunch of different-
it was. I hadn't been to too many shows since I had moved up. I moved up here in January, and from where I was, like the Orlando area, I'd played in a metal band down there, and most of the Orlando scene was pretty heavy. Like that was just what you saw most of the time, and not a lot of bands like kind of filled in that slot up here. It's very filled with like indie or alt rock, which I love. It's definitely part of my playlist. But then I saw them play. I'm like, oh, this could be something to like get a hold of. So I talked to Colton. I'm like, yo, you guys need someone, just let me know.
Yeah, we were actually in the process of Ivan was coming back, and we were gonna have him try out to be like a lead guitarist and a melody guitarist and stuff like that for our new stuff. And it just kind of worked out to where we lost Kai, and Ivan was like, I still want to be in. So
And I was like, fuck it, I'll join.
It
It
worked out
gave me
perfect.
a perfect opportunity to play with people, let alone good people. That was always the issue I ran into, especially back home. Like,
Yeah.
finding people to play with.
You're from a small town, right?
Huh?
You're from a small town.
Oh yeah, I'm from a tiny ass town. But where I did play and like meet people, Orlando was like the place. But going there, it's full of snakes. It's just like in the most like
Snakes
in
in
a
the
nutshell.
grass.
It was just full of a lot of terrible people, and it was very few and far between that. Like I found people I could play music with that not only had the same interests but were good people to be around. Like
Yeah.
like me and Anthony, we've been homies from the start. Like we met like only like a month or so ago, really.
One day he'll send me the Logic files. Though.
Yeah,
he hasn't sent me any other files. Yeah, but one thing to build off of that a little bit, like one thing I realized, like I'm from Miami and I've always been in bands, even back home. I moved here last year for college. That I've realized that I've been in bands where we're all friends, but the talent isn't there. And I've been in bands where the talent is there, but we're not all friends.
Yep.
And neither of those works.
Right.
Like
Not really.
something's gonna happen in
Yep.
either of those scenarios. And that's why, like, even just playing with these guys, I mean, it's been like a month and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
It was like
around
super
there?
short period. Of
Right,
time.
yeah. Just knowing, just like, when we rehearse, when we even just sit down in front of like a computer at like Ivan's room and just like bang out a song and
Yeah.
build off of it, and it's not awkward either. You know what I'm saying? It's just like friends and we're fucking around. Can we curse on this? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I can say, good shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
you said fuck.
I was about to say, you literally
Whoopsies, my bad. Censoring myself. No.
Jeremy's over here like,
Well, we're all cool. We're all friends.
We got a 3-hour editing session.
cut that. Yeah, but we're all friends, and there's just so much talent, and like everybody think we're just so excited to play. God, play it live. Just play stuff live, because
dude, I am itching to get back
Yeah.
on stage. It's,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, to go off of what Anthony said, I mean, the first time like we all got together, it was like we had known each other for like years. Like we were already like messing with each other and joking around with each other and stuff like that. Like that day,
Yeah.
it was really
It was just everyone like screwing around, having
Yeah.
a good time. That's what I look for,
If I may ask, and I might be asking for too much, what was the audition? What were the auditions like?
I sent him a video. I learned Toxic.
yeah.
Yeah, I learned Toxic by ear, and I sent him a video, and then he was like, "Okay." that was
Yeah, I mean,
just-
pretty much
when I first saw Ivan, he didn't even need an audition. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I agree.
I saw one video. I saw one video, and I was like, yeah, he could definitely be in the band.
yeah,
like,
sometimes talent just
easily.
jumps off of a video, right?
Definitely.
No, yeah, Addison sent me a video and was like, "Yo, what do you think of this guy?" And I was like, "What do you mean? What do I
Yeah.
think?" Like, what?
Yeah, it was a
Like,
no-brainer.
what do you think?
It was a no-brainer
I'm
for
flattered.
sure. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I didn't even know there were guitarists like him in town. To be
Damn.
honest, like seriously,
No, yeah.
he's insane.
I appreciate it.
Is
a
this
lot.
the only band you've been in town?
No, well, in town, yeah. I was in one back home. That definitely fell apart for good reason. I had played a few shows back home in Orlando, a few different venues, and it was a good time. But it's just people clashing, personas. Some stuff just doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Some people show true colors, like in a not cheesy way. You know what I mean? But
Snakes.
going like when I had seen them, like I told Addison too, I was staring at this dude most of the time because I'm like, this drummer is fucking insane. Like his timing is just impeccable, and
Yes.
the skills
Thank you.
he has is just I didn't know there were drummers like him in town. You know what I mean? So
There's a lot of love going on right here.
yeah.
How you feeling, Miami?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, and it's funny. Like I love playing with these guys because I think when it comes to like genre wise, I'm probably like the most different, like in the sense that like I think these guys are all hardcore metalcore guys, and I've always been a metal music, like rock music type of person, but I never really got into like the metalcore scene. Like I always loved nu metal, like I always loved like hard rock, like I always loved like doom metal, stoner rock, stuff like that, but I never really got into like the metalcore scene. So just like being around these guys exposed me to that, and like I feel like it's corny to say, but I feel like my musical horizons in like a month and a half have already kind of expanded, and like I mean they put me on so much good
Yeah, no,
music.
I
Like,
can say the
like
same
this
thing.
guy Ivan, bro, he put me on this band Loathe, bro. If Loathe is
You
listening,
listened to the
bro, if
entire
Loathe is
discography.
if Loathe is listeing, I am your number one fan. Please reach out to me. Please talk to me. Give me some concert tickets. But Ivan showed me Loathe, and like I listened to all of it because it was so good. And
That band
yeah.
has been a huge part.
Such a big influence,
of
yeah.
like songwriting influence and everything else. Like if you like Deftones,
Yes.
like Loathe is
Yeah.
Modern,
essentially
yeah.
the modernized version,
So good.
the modernized heavy version of what Deftones is. It's like I hate to say a step up, like because not to disrespect Deftones, I love
Sure.
Deftones,
Yeah.
but
You
like
say one more
Loathe
bad word
really
about
took
Deftones. I swear to God, if you say one more bad thing about Deftones, no.
Reach across the stage.
I'm really glad you brought that up. I've never heard of them.
No,
Yeah, no,
dude,
Nah, yeah, you
Oh,
definitely got
love
to check them out.
definitely.
Yeah, they're sick.
they're
One of the songs that we're working on, it takes a lot of inspiration from Loath. Like he showed us Loath, and we were like, do we have to write something like that?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. One thing I love about them is they're like a gateway metal band.
Yeah.
Like they'll get people who don't listen to metal into metal, and then like go further than that
Like-
and get into like really heavy stuff.
Because you already like so many people already like Deftones, and it's
Right.
like, well, if you like Deftones, check this out.
No doubt.
And a good 90% of the time, they're like, yeah, I fuck with this.
And Anthony, to what you're saying, how you weren't necessarily a metalcore guy. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's a bad thing at all. You don't have to be, although you did say you listen to stoner rock and all that. I don't think you necessarily have to be a fucking metalhead, to be a good musician.
Yeah.
And it's good to have other points of view
Yeah.
in the, especially being a bass player.
Yeah.
It's I think it's kind of cool that you're not coming from a metalcore point of view.
Yeah, it's been a funny, adjustment period a little bit. I love playing with these guys, but it's funny because, metalcore bass is, we play so low,
Yeah.
right? We playing in like, I have a 5-string
Yeah.
bass.
No,
we were playing in
I-
drop tunings, like, and then Ivan and I use like a drop pedal.
Okay.
Right, so we're playing in God,
So yeah,
Jesus.
I play 7-string, almost exclusively at this point. I have for a while. So my go-to like tuning, drop G.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus is right. Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, damn, this is low.
Like some other tracks I work on, like it's drop D but the octave down, so it's practically fucking inaudible.
Yeah.
But it works.
Your guitar, is it one of those with the fanned frets?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But it's headless. It's headless.
It is headless.
Oh, is it Stein?
No.
No,
It's
yeah.
a Strandberg. I have a Kiesel.
Okay.
I
You say Kegel?
Kiesel. Not Kiesel.
Just checking. 'Cause I think we all do, buddy. It's a different thing.
That's our band bonding sessions.
Oh my god.
All right.
Addison, you done your Kegels for the day? You did your Kegels for the day?
I don't even know what that.
Ha ha ha.
You drummers got them. All right, so now that the show's been derailed.
One of my favorite bass players, Ryan Martin, I think is how you pronounce his last name. I would not say that he's a metal bass player.
Metal guys.
Almost jazz.
Yeah.
Almost. But he's in fucking Mudvayne.
Mudvayne's insane.
Yes.
Mudvayne's, and that's bass. Talk about bass.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And his style and his sound is just so incredibly different from everything else
Yeah. I
that's
think
going on.
I think that's why I always love nu metal as a bassist. Nu metal is all about the rhythm,
Yes.
right? Like sometimes in nu metal, and also not only is it all about the rhythm, but like the bass oftentimes takes center stage in a lot of the songs.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? But I think it's cool to try to include some of that in metalcore, like you said. You know what I mean? Because talking to Ivan, and Ivan he's just so good with like tone and stuff like that. Like I feel like my tone and just in general with my bass has gotten so much better just working with this guy. 'Cause, his ears are like I don't even know, but
That is awesome.
Yeah,
That is fucking awesome that
yeah.
your tone got better from after working with a guitarist.
well, it's just like because he's not just a guitarist. Like I feel like calling
No,
Ivan a
yeah.
guitarist is
Yeah,
like
definitely
not in a bad way. I'm just saying that like
Sure.
he just does so much more than that. Like
Yeah.
in the sense that like he's real good at mixing, producing. Like he just has like an ear for it. We were talking about it in the car on the way here. Like he was telling me that he has a synesthesia.
Yeah.
And I think that's do you know what that is?
No.
So that's basically like this like very rare like thing where you can almost imagine sounds. Like, you can
I
like
can
see visualize
yeah,
sounds.
no, I can visualize
Yeah.
sounds as colors and texture. So it's I know it's a strange concept to say the least. But it's great because it helps me a lot with. I don't know if it's something that I developed over time,
Yeah.
just listening to.
Is that the drugs you're taking?
We'll see.
That key.
It helps me a lot with, especially with like the whole mixing side of things. Still
Absolutely.
something I work to get better at, but it's been a fun process just understanding, how compressors work and all these equalizers and all this other shit. But I can visualize them as textures. So it's not only can I hear what's wrong with the sound, I can also see it, if that makes any sense.
If I may be reaching out to you.
Go for it.
I have a project that I'm working on, and I know jack fucking squat about producing and mixing, and I'm actually really I'm shook a little bit because I again don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So I might be reaching out to you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Please,
he's
by all
the
means.
perfect guy.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that for a while. Like I'm trying to work with a lot more people so I can get some more experience. You know, just get some more experience under my belt. Keep practicing, get better at mixing and producing and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Like when we first started, we were like, all right, guys, we got to come out with some new music. We have to write some new songs. Ivan goes, well, I'll drop these into this into a Google Drive, and it's like 5 projects.
The
that
greatest songs you ever heard in your entire life.
He had already done,
Yeah.
and it had like drums, it had bass, it had guitar, it had synth on it, and everything. It was all mixed, and we were like,
Jesus Christ.
what do we do?
Yeah, that's another thing. He's the first guitar player I've met who uses drum samples, who has also like kind of taught me a good bit how to use them too, which is like super helpful when it comes to writing.
Yeah, no, it's so nice because I showed him how to mini map his drums. Now, because when it started, Addison came over and he's like, well, I want a tika here.
Yeah.
And then I program it and he's like, wait, what if a tika do And so we just go back and forth until it sounded right.
And that's
then-
production.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I showed him like, hey, this is how you set it up. This is where you know how you place the notes. For this is what you're thinking. Here's how you set it: 16th note, subdivision, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, he's like, hey, I just mapped out the whole song. I'm like,
Yeah.
good for you. Now I don't have to
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
actually pretty easy. Yeah, before I would have to like go in my room on my actual kit, like with my mom and my brother there, and just like, you know, play whatever, or have to wait till they leave, you know, because it's super loud.
Yeah.
You know, so this is way easier.
And it makes it a lot easier for like mixing and mastering and getting songs out because
Yeah, that's
like,
another thing. We don't have to spend like $300 at the studio.
Absolutely.
At like a day. So
and he can play the part on his drum kit live,
Yeah.
but then still MIDI map that exact same part and it sound great over a recording.
yeah,
It's pretty nice.
so
you
it's
could be
another way how
replaced-
we just leveled up, really. You know?
You could be replaced with a computer.
He can
Well,
be
not
replaced with
for
Ricky.
live.
On Spotify.
Not for live.
On Spotify,
Ricky might be
you
picking up a new instrument.
Nah, definitely not.
Man, that Ricky guy is so talented.
He's multi-talented.
Yeah,
musician.
you can do it all.
You can do anything.
We got a couple of chats. Should we hit up a few of them?
Yeah.
can. Sure.
Cool.
Gavin says, hi, Ivan.
Hi, Gavin.
Tammy says, welcome, party people. Rockadelians, how's it going, guys? Good.
Rockadelians.
What up?
They will be on the show on October 4th.
October 4th?
Yep.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
they're great.
Yeah.
Seeing such like
Young
young
Yeah.
people
Shout out to those guys.
choose that type of music and to
Yes.
be able to pursue that, like that's awesome. Like when I was working at Guitar Center, they would come in all the time and I would talk to them a lot, and they're super nice kids.
Oh yeah. Samantha Marie says, Colton, miss you, dude.
Sam.
Buck. hell
Buck.
yeah, says, love some Our Final Feud. Stoked about the new lineup. Pew, pew, pew. Where's his new laser?
Buck looks like he knows how to have fun. Shout out to Buck.
Buck
Yes.
definitely does
Yeah,
that.
Buck has fun.
Buck
That's who you
has.
should do your soccer show with.
Oh, I love soccer.
If that were to happen, yeah, Buck would definitely be a part of that. Buck also has a project going on called Buck Bunzai.
Yeah.
Yep.
I already liked the page. You like the page?
I
like the
did.
page.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I
He's
did.
going to be playing down at, oh shit, what is that place down in Crawfordville? It's,
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I can't remember the name of the place.
yeah.
Come again?
I had all the shows and shit that I wanted to promote that are coming up in the next couple months, and I fucking forgot that.
Speaking of, there is a Christmas show.
Big Christmas
Big.
show. You guys playing that?
You're not.
Not ready?
I feel like they're gonna add us on like after they
You
see
gonna
us.
be ready?
Or,
Yeah,
December 9th.
we could definitely be ready by then.
oh yeah, we will be. Yeah.
I don't know anything about this show.
I bet if you reach out to the right people, you'll probably get on.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'll reach out.
It's gonna be
I don't
dope.
know. I don't know exactly how many bands are on.
12.
Yeah.
Well, it's announced that
Please, Santa.
They stay at 12.
Santa, please add us.
I actually had Jason reach out to me the other day and just basically ask like how are we doing, and he's excited to see what we do in the scene, and next time he puts on a show up here, we're definitely on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he always has good shows.
Samantha says, welcome back. Well, maybe just welcome all.
Yes.
And she's got a couple questions.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll get to them in a second. Josh
Josh.
says, love his shirt. That's right. Tragic. They got a little bit of a new lineup too. We got to get those guys back in soon. He says, everyone's changing members. Must be something in the air. Laughy face.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
That's right. Oh, that's a question. Got to wait on that. Boom. And she says, I think Anthony's from Miami.
I am from Miami, definitely from Miami.
Are you from Miami proper or?
Yeah, I'm from
Okay.
Dade County.
No shit.
You ever been to Miami?
No.
Oh.
Never been.
Just check it out. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hot. it's hot. It's hot over there.
And
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah it's a cool place to be though.
Yo, I've lived in Florida all my life.
Really? You never been to Miami?
Never been to
Wow.
Miami. Never been to the Keys.
Yeah, same here,
I'm
man.
a bad fucking Floridian.
Wow.
I stuck with my little town. That was it.
So check out Miami Beach. It's a good beach.
Definitely.
Good beach.
Megan says, metal love story equals the formation of a new Our Final Feud.
Write a song about
Samantha says,
Write a song
oh man, Rob didn't even have to
I'll make
ask
it a
what they were
waltz.
running. They were
Before,
prepped
make it
for
a slow
this.
song.
Didn't have to.
Didn't even have
Just
to.
open it.
All right. You want to do one of her questions?
Sure. Sure.
Go for it, buddy. Well, I answered that one. Well, they answered
How
that
is
one.
it new?
So she asked, so
Yeah.
how is the new four-way music marriage going so far?
Yeah, we talked about it.
I would say,
I gotta believe it.
yeah. She asked, who would be your top 3 picks for oldies radio 30 years from now?
Oldies? Come on.
No, so today's music 30 years from now. Who
Oh,
would,
30 years from now. Okay.
who would be the new oldies?
That's so interesting. You know, it's funny. This is gonna sound weird, but I have an experience that I feel like relates to that a little bit. So I went to Rockville in May
Nice.
for the first time ever. That was the first rock music festival I ever went to, right? And Knocked Loose was playing, right?
Yeah.
And I like Knocked Loose,
Knocked Loose.
quite a bit, but I had never seen a live. I had never seen a live video of them or anything like that. I was a little high. At the Knocked Loose pit, just TMI, just right?
Sure.
It happens,
Right,
it
right.
happens.
Yeah, I feel like this added to the realization, but it was weird. At the Knocked Loose pit, it felt like to me what it would have been like to see Slipknot in like 1998. Do you know what I
Damn.
mean? Like being like, oh, like in 30 years, people are gonna be talking about like, wow, I wish I could have seen Knocked Loose in 2023.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think what happens typically with like music genres is that they'll pick the biggest band from the genre, and that'll become like the point of that genre, right?
Absolutely.
So you look at new
Yeah.
metal, you're like Slipknot, Korn, right? Those are the guys. You know, you kind of forget about like all of the flaws and all of the
Wow.
you know what I mean?
Holy
Yeah.
shit. He said flaw.
Flaw. Get up again! I love that
Wow.
song. Right, you forget about all those guys, even though there was loads of them. There was loads. You forget about the Alien Ant Farms, all those bands that kind of fade away, and you just remember Slipknot and Korn. And I think probably people are gonna take hardcore and remember like the most popular bands, probably the Turnstiles and Knocked Looses. You know, I don't know if you have any that you would think of.
Oh fuck, man, I'm not sure.
Hardcore?
Yeah, see, whenever you say
hardcore specifically?
whenever you say hardcore, I think of Hatebreed.
Hatebreed.
Oh, yeah.
Hatebreed.
They're a little older though.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
He said it.
I'm 41, so. And what was that band? They had the video. God damn it! Yeah, that's vague as fuck.
Madball?
They were a straight edge band. Throwdown.
Oh, Throwdown, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Throwdown,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they were huge.
There's also a hardcore band named Throne, though.
Yeah, no, Throne. Is
Oh
one
no
of my,
shit! There's
yeah, it's fair.
yeah. Okay.
Throne is one of my
They're
favorites.
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Yes.
I've been debating this one a little bit. Suicidal tendencies. Are they emo?
No.
You sure?
Well, I mean, emo in the
All they
like.
sing about his emotions?
I hear you, but they're not. I wouldn't classify them as emo, like in the way
Nobody
of
hears.
My Chemical
I was gonna
Romance.
say, I think MCR when I think emo.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
MCR, Fall Out Boy.
Like a suicidal
Yeah.
tendencies, I think they're more aggressive and they're moody.
They're
You
like
know what I mean?
they're kind of like more like thrash almost
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
really
I'd say
fast.
so,
Like every
yeah.
song is really fast.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I think of when I think of thrash
Yeah.
or like
No,
punk
I'm
stuff.
thinking they're emo. I think I like an emo band. Chat, what do you guys
I
think?
think I like an emo.
Is,
I think I like an emo.
is Suicidal Tendencies emo? Now, Infectious Grooves was not.
That one.
Cousin Randy? Ugh, that song fucking kicks you in the nuts. All right, where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, oldies radio 30 years from now.
Yeah. Sorry, I derailed the conversation.
I
I'm
would-
gonna shut up now.
I would say
No.
Metallica would be one. Because they're played already. They're just going to keep playing and playing. 30 years from now, they'll still be playing.
You don't think they're already considered kind of oldies? Radio?
Yeah.
No, because a lot of the shit that people hear now, they have no idea that Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning was their best stuff.
Yeah.
They think that this is
That
their
is-
new
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, I had a big Kill 'Em All patch, and everybody's like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" Weird shit popping up out of the toilet, and then Black came out, and all of a sudden, "Hey man, you hear that new band Metallica?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"You can go fuck yourselves." No, they ain't new.
Dude, Metallica was
They just
huge
fell
for
down some
me.
steps or something and fucked everything up.
Metallica was huge for me in like learning how to play guitar.
Right.
They were like, you know, I
Tough stuff.
I started.
All right,
Yeah,
now
I
let's,
started
now let's
with,
talk
like-
about battery for a second here.
Oh, but I had started with, you know, like the classic fucking. Everyone started with like AC/DC and like Guns N' Roses and stuff when I started playing, you know, and Ozzy and all that stuff. And then when I got to the point where I hit Metallica, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the rest of my life for like 2 years.
This fucks.
Yeah, this fucks. So I spent like so many hours as like 15-year-old kid playing fucking Ride the Lightning and Fade to Black and Kill 'Em All that shit. It was so beneficial to me at the time. And it definitely helped me evolve into like the style and stuff that like I write and then what I'm into now. It was a great curve from, you know, like the hair metal. I was kind of glad I got out of that. I still respect it. I still love it.
If you can't play Whitesnake, you
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
play. You can't play. That's all there is to it, dude. Hang it up.
And my dad was a huge like
I'm just-
Dawkins and Quiet Riot and
Yeah.
you know, all those other hair metal
Twisted
bands.
Sister.
Yeah,
Am I your dad?
Could be.
Paternity test.
Yeah.
because I
time.
can remember being like, you know, maybe like 8 or 9 years old, I'm guessing, but I'd always be hearing Jump somewhere on a radio. I'd always be hearing Van Halen 3 somewhere, or you know, then I hear Panama and you know all the classics. So I think just kind of ingraining that in my head when I was that young was also a huge part of it. But yeah,
Makes sense. Can't take nothing away from Eddie.
no, not at all.
No.
All right, one of the bands that would be considered oldies 30 years from now.
I'd say Hatebreed. Yeah.
I don't know if they're played on the radio much though.
3 Days Grace.
Oh, I love 3 Days
I was
Grace.
gonna say 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, okay.
They're gonna be
Grace.
3 Days Grace. You know, Linkin Park.
Yeah.
The early 2000s, Seether.
Oh.
I don't really listen to Godsmack much, but I'll have to say Godsmack is definitely in there somewhere.
Man, I am so fucking disappointed with Godsmack.
Yeah.
I was a huge Godsmack fan. You know, especially their first couple albums actually were all fucking bangers for me. And this new shit they're putting out
Yeah.
is
Dude, when I
damn near
heard,
unlistenable.
what was it, Bulletproof?
Yeah.
When that shit came out, like the chorus was great, like 2 times, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hell, this is annoying.
yes.
And the same thing happened for me with Five Finger Death Punch. I was a big Five Finger fan.
Sure.
Like they were also huge for me. And then after, I think it was around when Got Your Six came out in 2016.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is dog shit.
Yeah. It really is.
This is fucking
Yeah.
terrible. There's only so many times you can recycle, like, oh, I'm a tough guy, I'm gonna fuck you up kind of lyrics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, it gets so monotonous and so boring. I'm like,
You want to talk about an emo band? fucking Five Finger Death Punch right there.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, everything below Got Your Six, like American Capitalist, Way of the Fist, all those albums, honestly, masterpieces for groove metal. But it just got monotonous.
Did you ever check out their band that was before Five Finger Death Punch, Motogrator?
Yes. Fuck that name brought back.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the songs, but I know I listened to Motogrator. Fuck.
That's a great band name.
They had one banger. I can't even think of it.
I know which one you're talking about
Yeah.
too. I can't remember the name, but yeah, they were insane. And their guitarist Jason Hook.
Yes.
Dude, I love Jason
Yes.
Hook. Absolutely love him. I followed, like, I know he left not too long ago and he was replaced with Andy James.
Yeah.
And Andy James is awesome. I've watched him for a long time too. But Jason Hook is just fucking insane. I think he's got a new project now, which it's funny because you hear all the Five Finger grooves, but it's like with actually good music.
Yep.
Now, but yeah.
I think my oldie would be Ginger.
Oh, fucking love Ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've never heard him on the radio.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about
Radio.
that's played on the radio. All right, I misunderstood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
misunderstood.
It's played on the radio now. It's going to be
Okay.
played on the radio later.
See, we have such a fucking shit radio station though.
I don't even listen to the radio.
Did I just say that?
I don't even know what's on
the
the radio.
internet?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you did. If you're talking about if you're talking about radio, I would probably say like Avenged Sevenfold.
Hey, there you
They're on
go.
radio?
But, that's
Bingo.
that's a band to talk about the whole Godsmack thing that I really liked.
Oh
their
my
new
god,
stuff. We
dude!
talked
That
about
new
this
album
literally-
is horrible.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it too much. I also saw them live at Rockville, and I thought they were, out of all the headliners, I thought they were kind of like.
I was
whatever.
never really into Avenged
I like them a
Sevenfold.
lot though. Yeah.
I get he's trying to do something different, but why the ski mask?
It's
I don't-
I'm right there with you. I
don't
like
understand it.
different. Like, I love the Load and Reload albums that Metallica made, but this shit that Avenged Sevenfold is doing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
What do you got, Addison?
I mean, he said it earlier. I would say Hatebreed. I don't know if they're on the radio, but I mean, I think people would like still be listening to them.
Maybe
Like
if we had a
even
better radio station. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
even their first album. Like
Evan,
I actually just got into that band like not too long ago, like maybe like a month ago, maybe.
No shit.
Yeah, and I listened to Satisfaction, and that was like one of the best hardcore records I've ever heard. And then I got into like Rise of Brutality and all that.
Yes.
And every single one of their albums is like really good. And I think people would still like find out about them in the future because they're so good and every record is so good. And yeah.
Also, they're
I
so
just-
positive.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
it.
the
They
lyrics.
really
yeah.
are.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
So I think metal, in my opinion, like a lot of times it's like, I mean, obviously like lends itself to it because it's like hard music and like dum, 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 you know, it kind of makes sense to be kind of like a little edgy, right?
Yeah.
But like Hatebreed just has a way of like being so aggressive but like uplifting at the same time. I love that.
Yeah,
about
that's
them.
their whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
We played
That's what they market.
we played a venue in Orlando, and we were sitting in their green room, and the couch was torn apart, and like the lamp was shattered and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh, and if you're wondering what happened, this was Hatebreed's doing." In the green room. He goes, "Yeah, they like to party."
a little bit.
Oops. How's the? How long ago did you leave Miami?
About a year ago now.
How's the punk scene down there?
Punk scene, you know, it's getting better, right? Like the hardcore scene, the metal scene down there, the punk scene. But when I was there, it's weird. It's almost like the people down there get influenced by the weather. Like in Miami, the most popular bands are always like poppy indie surf rock bands, like that young people like to go to, and they'll just play like strats with like shimmer effects and yeah, like they love that stuff down there. But I mean, how do I say this? Miami's a big city, so I think most big cities you can find your niche. You can find the pockets of people
Definitely.
doing real cool
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
And it's cool because in the modern world, obviously with like social media and everything, like you follow a couple of hard bands and you find where they play and you find who they play with, and by
And then you find other.
in about a month you're kind of like really tapped into that community. Especially since in Miami, since it's like a small community, the smaller community, the easier it is to really, I think, integrate yourself into it, right? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Miami has worthwhile hard bands, punk bands for sure.
He He's like Rodrigo with good English. It's great. Anthony, you're living with me now. Rodrigo's my homeboy from Miami. He just moved back. But sometimes he gets a little quick on it, and I'm like, slow down, buddy.
Yeah. It's funny, being up here, I only ever lived in Miami my entire life, and some people say that I have like an accent, like being from Miami, but I
Oh, yeah.
don't.
A little
but
bit.
I don't hear it at all. You know?
She
It's
called it
fake.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's from Hialeah. So she,
Are you from Hialeah? Really?
Yeah.
Are you Cuban? Really? That's surprising because it's like 99% Cuban. I'm from Hialeah. I was born in Hialeah.
So was I.
Oh, wow, how cool.
28 years.
They were 28 years. Did you learn any Spanish?
Legal.
Yeah, pretty good. Nice, muy bueno.
Yeah, by the Dairy Queen. Big cities. We actually have a small. You all right, buddy?
I'm sorry. I apologize for anybody listening to this on headphones.
We have. We actually have. Let's swipe this over here so Rob can wipe his tears.
I got you. I'll do it for you.
We have a small little chunk of a demo. Sans vocals. No vocals laid down on
No
it yet.
vocals yet.
Acapella, do it just right now on top of it.
Tell you what though, somebody needs to throw a hashtag Our Final Feud. Pearl Jam, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yes.
Sevenfold.
I mean, God, if you talk about grunge.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I mean they're up
I
there.
love,
Yes.
Pearl Jam,
you know how he
Nirvana.
was talking about being a metal guy? I was always a grunge guy. Like,
Yeah.
always a grunge guy. Grunge is my safe space. Love that shit.
Let me get a hashtag Our Final Feud and then I'll play this. It's Suffer, right? That's the name of the song as of now.
As of right now, yeah. It's
Yeah. And you have vocals for it, you just haven't laid them down yet?
yeah. We're actually recording the vocals this weekend for it.
Okay.
So
And I only got 51 seconds of it because it's a 4.5 minute song.
yes, it is.
Is it really that long?
yes, it is.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I
And
didn't
I-
realize it was that long.
and
we
I-
haven't even added the fifth breakdown yet. So.
So, or a third solo.
Yeah.
Are you a soloist?
So,
I do play guitar solos.
I can. But,
Okay.
I don't really do it. I don't really integrate it too much
Okay.
Nowadays.
Okay.
But it's fun in the right place.
All right, I hope this works because I made this like 20 minutes before we went live because I got it a little late.
I'm sorry.
Finally, something that wasn't my fault.
Forgot.
All right, Addison, count us in. Give me a 3 count. And we're back.
well, two of us.
A few of us are back. Yeah. So what did is everybody okay out there in Chatland after that? Fucking faces melted off.
We're gonna try to have that
There's only
released
That's fine.
soon.
I'll just.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just have it. That's fine. Go on.
Rockadillins asked if you guys are recording with Gasoline Alley.
No, so we're actually we're just recording it ourselves. I have a mic, an interface, and the mic that I have is pretty good, so I can just record straight into it, and then he can do the mixing and stuff like that, and
Right.
it'll be fine.
Save a buck or two.
Yeah,
Get you some strings that won't stick to your pickups
yeah, pretty
because
much.
your tune's so low.
Kyle's awesome, and like
Yeah.
we've definitely like I've reached out to him and talked to him about possibly going in there and recording vocals if we need to. But with this new microphone, it should fix a lot of our problems that we were having. Because we've tried to record this song like 3 times, and it just has not worked out.
Sounding good. Just got to get the vocals in it.
Yep.
Just gotta find a closet big enough.
Yeah, the other day I was trying to record it, and I was in I was in my friend's laundry room with a blanket that Anthony had pinned, and then put the microphone in there
Over like a metal pipe, like it was.
It was bad.
I
We had to
have
turn
a-
the air off in the house too, because where we were, the water heater was there.
Oh.
It was so hot.
And you get all that ambient noise from the fans. and all
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Well, that's why we had the comforter, covering the pinned comforter.
Oh, I know exactly what happened to the overhead cam. I just remembered. We're gonna go with this one.
Oh.
We'll go with this cam for a second. I have a outsider submitted question.
Cool.
Is this from Michelle?
Yes.
From Michelle. Shout out Michelle. Air horn. She asks, if you carve a pumpkin in September, is it called premature ejac-o-lantern?
Yes.
It is. Yes.
That is what it's called.
Bro
No
has
debate.
Bro has experience.
Bro has experience.
I don't know how many
Explain
times
yourself.
I've prematurely ejac-o-lanterned. Ejac-o-lanterned.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Anthony.
like today, like right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Earlier?
I mean, are we in September? What month is this?
September.
Nice. Okay, so it counts.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Put that score up on the board.
We're little more than halfway through September.
Nice. Good.
Yep. So the whole wake me up when September ends, we're almost there.
Good.
Yep.
Green Day wouldn't have been a bad shot for the oldies thing. I mean, they're so big, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Not my thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel people would be like, wow, that was such a big band back then.
yep.
MER played on the radio.
They definitely
Counts.
found the radio.
Yep.
Definitely.
They definitely found the radio.
Yes. And over and over and over.
I think I got more outside submitted questions coming at me.
Do it.
How you feeling, Addison?
Oh, great.
Good.
Don't need the things?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
he hasn't
Awesome.
put them up once.
Oh,
Oh, come on, give me one of them,
Speak-
man. I'll use them.
so speaking of Jade, thank you for your kickstart. I'm drinking one of your kickstarts, Jade. It's all that we had.
Water.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have preferred water.
yeah, but
It's great for the kidneys, man.
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, if we don't have water, we gotta at least have Kickstart.
Yeah.
Kind of accomplishes the same thing.
You can't let them go bad.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Water?
No, Kickstart.
Oh, did they go bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
She'll probably eat right through the can in 2 weeks.
yeah. There's no telling how old this thing is. Actually.
Yeah. She had to work late tonight, so she couldn't make it.
No.
It happens.
Good thing we have those photos.
Work happens. Yep.
She's here.
Work happens.
Addison.
She's here.
Put them up, put them up, put them up.
Because ain't a damn one of you paying her light bill, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Right
there
there.
she is.
Make sure it's right.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know if that's really a question. It's more of a joke.
Good joke.
You guys want to hear a joke?
I would love that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Alrighty. What do you call a 500-pound woman with a yeast infection? A Whopper with cheese.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. Tell her thank you very much. Whoever sent that. I don't know who sent that.
So we have some questions in the chat. Do we?
Yeah, we got another couple. I gotta scroll back up. One second. Here we go. Tammy. You want to read it?
Sure. Hey, actually, since Tammy's here, Tammy, you want to read your own question? No? Okay. Our producer
I'm not in
doesn't.
front of the camera.
That's okay. Anyhow,
That's all right.
if you could compare yourself with any animal, what would it be and why would it be?
Addison's a fox. No.
Anthony, you want to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Gosh. I think I'd be some type of bird, for sure.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah, I think
Some
I'd be a
type
bird. Like, maybe like a... Ooh, like a seagull.
Why a seagull specifically?
From Miami.
Hey!
I think I'd be a seagull. Yeah, I like to fly over the oceans. I think that'd be real nice to get the breeze in my face.
Those fuckers are
Seagull.
goddamn annoying.
Yeah, but you know,
French fries.
and their presence is known when you're around them. So I feel
Yes.
like that's related to myself.
I would never eat anything on the beach without one.
Yeah.
See, now he's got like this swashbuckler look going on. I'm thinking like Puss in Boots, so probably a cat.
Ooh, a cat.
Cat.
Man, that did you guys watch Puss in Boots 2? Puss in Boots 2?
I watched like a quarter of it.
I think I watched like 5 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it
Man,
is.
y'all gotta go home and watch that immediately. That was cinematic.
The
masterpiece.
parts I watched were fucking immaculate.
No, bro, they were.
It was,
I can't believe you watched a fourth of it and didn't think I need to finish this right now. That's crazy to me. Wild.
Anthony, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, it wasn't bad, dude.
Shout out Puss in Boots.
Shout out Puss in Boots 2. God, what was the second? What was what was the full title? That's something after.
I don't know. I told you I
Hey,
watched
man.
5 minutes of it.
Ivan?
Fuck. I'm gonna have to say squirrel, honestly.
Squirrel.
Yeah. No, my attention span horrible. Like Addison could probably contest a little bit. Like when we're sitting and like working on music and stuff, just I'm bouncing all over the place. Like it's just one thing here, and then he'll say something like, "Oh, well, look at this." And especially when we're checking out music, I'll literally pause a song like halfway just to show him another song before finishing the first one.
Yeah.
So
So
them colors flying everywhere, fucking you up.
Yeah.
I will
Literally.
say, Ivan, when we're like in his place, like working on music and stuff like that, he'll get so into what he's doing that
Oh,
he
yeah.
forgets we're there.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
He won't talk for like 30 minutes and he'll turn around and be like, I'm sorry.
He's doing his thing.
I'll just be like, I'll turn around and I'll hit the space bar and then it'll start playing. And I'm like, it's good. It's good, yes.
Yeah.
So you said squirrel.
Unless Addison's like, it's okay.
And then we start.
And then we
to do that.
start over.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how we had the chance to pick like any animals, and we went with seagull and squirrel?
Yeah.
Like we could have said we could have said some cool shit. I could have been like, I'm an eagle, and like
do
he's
not pick some cool shit.
I was actually gonna pick a squirrel.
All right.
Were you really?
Yeah. My attention span is like I can't think of like one thing. My brain runs rampant just all the time.
I think I have like 3 songs playing in my head simultaneously at like all points throughout the day, mixed with just the random internal
so if
screaming.
If he gets a squirrel, then I'll say a hamster.
Okay.
All right.
Always on the wheel.
Always on
Yeah.
the wheel. There we go. Yep.
come on, Addison, say you're like a lion or something. Say something cool.
I'll just stick with the fox. I mean.
Why are you a fox?
Yeah, you told me.
Look at him, bro. He has a foxy energy, bro.
All right.
Anthony, whenever you said you were a bird, I was getting a little excited. I'm a big fan of birds myself.
Cool.
But I would have said something cool like like a bird of prey, like a hawk or an eagle, or or a fucking phoenix, for God's sake.
Albatross.
Yeah, something cool like a flamingo.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Ain't no pink shit in here. But you went with seagull. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man.
That's cool.
Because I feel like I'm, if I'm anything, I'm self-aware. You know, I feel like I don't give hawk energy. I'm like, I'm a seagull.
So what?
I'll
you're
be there.
So what you're saying is you're aware of how annoying you are.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. I love you, man. Thank
And
you.
you will eat French fries off the concrete.
I have eaten French fries.
If it's less than 5 seconds, I'll eat anything off the
Hey.
concrete. If you paved it,
Dude.
I'll eat a filet mignon off the
Dog,
concrete.
free food in this
I'm-
economy is a fucking gold mine. Take what I can get.
And like, to further that conversation, you went with squirrel. I immediately thought how they are gatherers. There's another word that I'm looking for, but for lack of a better term, they. Anyhow, they
Scavengers?
Scavengers. Fucking
no, I
thank
got you, man, I got you,
Yes,
man.
with the thesaurus.
My guy, bro.
With the thesaurus over here. Yes, they're scavengers. They go through trash and
You scavenge.
and
You
dig
scavenge.
dig in the ground.
He's saying you're a scrounger. You're like a,
Well,
you're like a
y'all
raccoon.
cannot throw any leftovers away around me.
He's like, you're not gonna eat that?
Oh, dude, you should. If
One time I got
my
in my house, my trash was everywhere, man. Throwing it around.
If I find a bag of peanuts buried in the yard, I'm coming going after you.
Fair enough. If you can find him.
Good luck.
Good times.
Megan says, I think Anthony is a toucan.
Toucan. That's good shout.
Hey,
That's
there you
good.
go.
Fucking
There you
toucan.
go.
from
Megan, I'm
Rio.
stealing that from you. I will be a toucan.
You've been
better
redeemed.
than- yeah, I prefer that. I like that.
But Ivan just said the toucan from Rio. It has to be that toucan.
Bro, I'll take that. I'll take
Hey.
That's a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Are
That
you
was
into
a good
cartoons?
Do I like cartoons?
Yeah.
He watched Puss in Boots too.
I mean, if
I mean, I'm not judging you.
no. I mean, like I love, like I mean, I feel like when I was growing up, I would watch all those like animated movies. Nowadays, I watch it more like ironically with my friends.
Okay.
Like me and my friends all got like stoned as fuck. Watch Puss in Boots 2, cinematic masterpiece again.
You know damn well you would have been like, I'm gonna watch this.
No, I would have watched it. I would have watched it regardless. But like, it would, I think that the high definitely helped. But no, I think I like cartoons. Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. I don't think
Bro.
I'd be watching them like nowadays as frequently, right? But
Bro, if I'm having a bad day, like, I'll just throw on some fucking SpongeBob. I don't care.
I will say,
It hits the spot, man.
I don't know. You probably didn't watch it. Maybe it's probably a
Nostalgic.
little ahead. But recently, me and my friends have been watching the regular show. Did you ever hear
Oh,
about
dude,
that?
regular show is
Yes.
Did
amazing.
you ever watch?
No.
Do you know what the regular show is?
No
Okay.
idea. No idea.
God, how do I even
Yes.
Dude,
describe?
regular show is so good.
It's hard to describe.
Regular show.
That's
It's
the
called
whole-
the regular show, and it's this really strange show. It was on Cartoon Network. About the time when me and Ivan were like.
Dude, I grew up on that show.
13, maybe.
Somewhere around there,
Somewhere
yeah,
around
yeah.
there when we were like young kids. And the whole point of the show is that the two main characters are like work at a park, but every single episode like it's like they'll be like throw out the trash, and by the end of the episode they're like in space like fighting like a demigod. So it's like every single episode is just like very much
The
like, something
irony of it
monotonous.
being called the
And then
regular
it just like
show.
picks up, and you're like it's like 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes you're like, how did we like end up like collecting babies like in the moon? Like what is going on? Like we're supposed to like be watering the grass, right? So like
Is he a squirrel?
Who?
he's a raccoon. I think
Rigby's a raccoon.
yeah, he's a raccoon and Mordecai's a
bird.
blue jay. Yeah, Mordecai's a
And
blue
Benson's
jay.
a fucking gumball.
And it's weird because all like there's like humans in the show, but like most of the characters are just things. Like,
Yeah, like there's Skips, who's a
Gorilla.
like an albino gorilla.
Yeah.
Benson's a gumball machine.
Pops is like a lollipop.
yeah,
Lollipop,
which
yeah.
I just learned that not too long ago, which
Yeah.
fucked me up a little bit.
Watch an episode. It's good. I mean, if you watch it again, I've been talking a lot about weed for so I don't even smoke that much, but I've been talking about it so much. Jesus, like it'll just blow your mind. I think it's really.
It's called
Regular show.
The regular
Regular
show.
show.
It was a
Dude,
show on
it
Cartoon
was-
Network.
Yeah.
The peak Cartoon Network, man.
Peak as fuck.
It's
Absolutely.
definitely not regular.
Yeah.
Why do you call it that?
So a lollipop's named Pop fuck you up.
He will fuck you up.
He will fuck you up.
You
yeah.
should watch the episode where he does the rap battle.
He literally sounds like, like.
You say wait till you see Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah, that show is good as well.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Squad.
it's
You ever watch
funny.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
All right.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
no.
that's funny.
I can't think of anything on the Cartoon Network that I've ever watched.
Archer.
Nope.
You never watch Adult Swim?
Nope.
Dude, Adult Swim
Really?
was huge
Adult-
when I was a kid.
Yeah, when I was
it
a kid-
that one thing that you would stay up like super late. Your parents weren't
Metalocalypse?
allowed you to
Well,
watch
okay,
it.
yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
like, I'm watching it.
Metalocalypse, yeah.
Yeah.
You know they play live shows.
Yes.
When I found that out, I was like, I need to buy a ticket to that. Like, oh my god.
Do you know
Yes.
Metalocalypse is the first like TV show that they actually like map out people actually playing like actual
Really? The
instruments.
actual.
That tracks. Being a guitarist, of course, I'm watching their hands, yes, and their
And you're like,
fingers.
whoa, that actually looks correct.
Yeah, it does. Right, exactly, yes.
Especially Murderface's bass solo.
Yeah.
He plays with his dick. 100% accurate. I can play that. You guys want me to play that?
I would love that.
Not with your dick, though, please.
No, please not with your dick.
Oh, okay. Well, never
Oh,
mind
I
that.
thought he meant put it on the TV, like on YouTube. I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, never mind that. No, I can't.
For the basement.
That's right. We are on the face tubes.
Yeah.
His dick prints on that. Just heads up.
Yeah.
Might get some smegma on there.
That's my practice one.
Shut up. Stop talking.
I will not be silenced by
I would
you.
encourage you to wash your hands.
Fair enough.
This is his workspace. And you know what guys do in their workspace? You know about that all too well, I'm sure.
Oh.
In front of the computer and everything.
Bro froze.
He's like, what?
The system had to reboot there and think that out.
Just saying.
Got a error code 404.
We got
Yeah, fucking blue screen of death.
Samantha says, name one celebrity and/or artist you would want to be friends with, and one who you would not.
That's a really good question.
That is, yeah.
Damn.
Addison, you start.
Celebrity or artist that I would be friends with? I mean, I would just pick like a drummer who I look up to. I mean, y'all probably don't even know him.
Sure, let's hear it.
It's Matt Gardska.
I know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. Ivan probably is the only one who
Show me that
knows.
house right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Yeah. Him or Mario Duplantier from Gojira.
Oh, he's so good.
Yep. And then Jay Weinberg.
Oh, okay.
Love him. Any drummer who I just look up to, like
Oh, they
I would
said
want to
one.
meet and talk to.
Going overboard. Man. Jesus, slow down.
Extra credit.
And who
I was getting an A+.
and then who would you not be friends with, and why is his name Axl Rose?
Axl Rose. I don't know. Like I really don't know that one.
Okay.
I would want to meet most people. So
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah.
And so, Colton, what is your answer, and why is his name Dave Mustaine?
I wasn't gonna go music.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna
I
shut
was
up now.
gonna go artist.
Cool.
Dude, I'd be friends with Bob Ross. I feel like I could never have a bad day.
You got a good point.
Like I would walk in, I'd be like, dude, I'm sad, and he'd be like, let me show you how to get rid of your sadness.
We're just
Happy
gonna,
trees.
Go paint this little tree over here.
And then somebody that I wouldn't want to be friends with, definitely Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's crap.
I think I'd be okay with being friends with him now. Like 20 years ago. Fuck
Yeah.
no. Fuck no.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's me.
I like it.
Fuck. Friends with? I think I'd have to say Ryan Reynolds, honestly.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's
And,
funny.
and he's got some coin on him.
oh yeah, bro's he's just majestic as a human being. I don't know how to explain it,
It's that jawline.
dude. Yeah,
I mean, what can you do, dude?
What can
I
you
could do
said,
many things to him, but who I wouldn't be friends with, Tom Cruise. I don't know why. I just don't fucking like him. I don't like his movies, and something with Scientology too, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Fuck that guy.
yeah. Fuck that guy. Cosign. Fuck that guy too. I think I'd want to be friends with Jim Carrey.
Hey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
There you go.
That is a good one.
Because I think Jim Carrey, he like achieves everything I want in a friend. Like he's real funny. Like I mean, all his movies, I love all his. Like Yes Man, one of my favorite movies ever. But he also became weirdly spiritual. Like and like now he like lives in like a cabin in the woods.
Yeah,
like grew out
yeah.
his beard like longer than yours, I think. Yeah, and he's just like a little crazy, and I think I love that in a friend. Like I love a friend who's a little wacko. You know what I mean? That's why I like Ivan so much. But
I can.
yeah, that's why I like Ivan so much.
I'm unhinged as fuck.
Yeah, and who I would not want to be friends with? God, that's so tough. God, who do I hate?
Well, you don't have to hate them.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want to fuck with them. Any politician, all of them. All of them, none of them.
Here, here.
Wouldn't want to be friends with any of them. All of them, across the spectrum. Bipartisan hate.
You got an answer?
Yeah, I do. I would love to be friends with Tom Hanks. He seems like a really, really good dude. Now, if I had to go music, it'd be Mark Morton.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. Who would I not want to be friends with? I can't one up your. Oh wait, yeah, dude, Dave Mustaine. Fuck that.
Fuck that guy.
Yep.
I would be friends with Dave Mustaine just so he's drug around Rob all the time. And Rob's like, oh my God, he brought that guy. No, I would say buddies with Bill Burr.
Oh,
Good answer. Good answer.
I really like Bill Burr. I love the fucking
Absolutely.
rage.
I can
that he
see
builds
that.
up. That's great.
Do you ever watch his animated show?
Yeah.
F is for Family.
F is for, oh yeah.
That was a good fucking
That's
show.
just- yeah. Put you through that fucking wall. Yeah, it's great. And then not friends with Epstein.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Good choice.
I wouldn't want to be on that list, which apparently your buddy
Dave Mustaine?
is rumored to be. No, Tom Hanks.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Really?
Seems like a really good dude. You're gonna want
You're
to.
probably just checking out the.
You want
plans.
to check your friends, man. I'm just saying.
You need to unfriend him.
Wait, I'm sorry. I had a moment of confusion. Will you repeat that one more time, please?
Will not be friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
Who did not hang himself. I mean, did hang himself. Wait, what platform are we on? One or the other. Pick the one you like.
Ivan, do you think Epstein hung himself?
Huh?
I'm
you mentioned Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
What about him?
He's rumored to be on the list of people that were.
On Epstein's
the
Island.
Okay.
But they won't put that list out because aliens are more important right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyways, back to music.
Yeah,
Any hoozle.
we play music.
Do we?
Musically, see if you could do a past, present, or future. I would say Burton.
Oh.
Present, I would say it's a toss-up between Claypool or Wooten.
Okay. Damn.
Would not want to be.
I'd love to be Victor Wooten.
Would
love to be
not
Victor.
want to be buddies with. I like the Lars answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't follow them now. I'm sure he's a fine fella, but that some kind of monster show. There's another one, Rob Trujillo. I'd love to be friends with him. That guy seems cool as fuck.
Yeah. During that time frame, yeah, Lars was a complete jackass.
Well, they all were, except for
Kirk. Well,
no, even Kirk. He had his little meltdown when they said we were not going to do a solo drum.
yeah, I guess he kind of did, didn't he?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of diva moment. But when you're playing at that level, you can do that.
And I'm not fucking friends with him. I don't know him, and he's not sending me any money, so I'm not necessarily defending him. Lars seems to have toned down his attitude.
I will say, yeah, he has toned it down a lot.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And again, not necessarily defending him
Maybe
because
old. I
he's
think
not
that's
paying
just
any of my
old
goddamn
age.
bills.
But like
Yeah,
in
he's
some
chill
of the
out.
interviews, like back in the day, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. Cringe.
Yeah.
I think once you wake up and you see yourself and you're like, fuck, I've got old. A 12-year-old could whip my ass. Maybe I should slow down a little bit. Maybe that did it.
I wonder if he was always kind of a jackass, or he became a jackass when he like became super famous and obviously.
Well, his dad was famous whenever he grew up, so he
He always kind of had a little bit of elitism to him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to choose my words very carefully there for a moment. Yeah, he already had a little bit of elitism about him, and I think his fame kind of encouraged that.
It's fair.
Yep.
It happens.
It's gonna happen to Addison.
Addison would be a huge dick once he.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a humble boy.
No.
Yeah.
A humble boy.
Small
Come
town
on,
boy.
you Fucking music show. Fuck you, Taylor.
It's not going on that.
I mean, Addison's mom was the mayor of Tallahassee, right? So I mean, he's kind of.
That was my aunt.
His aunt. His aunt.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
A while ago, like in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
He would not be friends with your aunt.
Probably not.
All of them. No, local people are cool. Local, if you care about your local community, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's cool. I don't know about her policies or anything. But,
Yeah.
But she's a good aunt.
Yeah.
Good aunt.
Yeah, she's
So
got a
shout
lot of
out
money. Yeah.
Addison's aunt.
Shout out her.
Mayor Addison's aunt.
Former mayor.
Addison's aunt. That's a good fucking song title. You guys writing that down? Ivan, you writing that down in your brain?
It's already
She
in there.
needs it.
Because I wrote it down and then I
Notepad.
forgot it.
Yeah, I probably will forget.
Missy asked, any progress coming back for a show in Pensacola?
No. I haven't really had anybody hit me up for any shows in Pensacola, and for right now, because they're both in school, and so until we figure out that, it's gonna be a lot of local shows, and if by chance we throw in a traveling show every like 3 months or something like that, then we're gonna do that.
May I ask what your majors are?
I'm a finance major.
Okay.
It's not the most fun thing in the world.
No.
But it can be interesting in parts.
If you like numbers, yeah, it's tits.
Yeah. I like money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird, because you're a musician. We can't count past like 8.
Well, I can't count at all.
I can't count at all.
That's why you got a 7-string. Give himself a little.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's going good.
Okay.
I got like about a year and a half ish. I get my bachelor's. Don't know if I'll stay for a master's degree yet, but probably will. But I look at it as something to help me afford to continue doing what I want to do. You know, afford the things I want to be eventually be able to break off and like, hey, I can do this and support myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's my game plan.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm an education major.
No shit.
So history education.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not one of these people like Ivan who like let's say like I mean like I am like Ivan in the sense that I didn't like have a passion for like the career I'm studying for, but it's just like I think teaching is a job that is very conducive to having hobbies, because I mean what other profession is it like, you know, you get winter off, summer off, every holiday off.
Yep.
You will never ever work past 2:30, ever. You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, you can have like take home work, right?
Yeah.
But you have a lot of control over how much work you give. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of like people breathing down your neck in a lot of districts. Depends on the district, right? But a lot of times, teachers in their classroom have a lot of freedom. Like, hey, you can give the assignments you want as long as the kids are passing their exam, whatever. You know what I mean? So obviously, it doesn't pay too much, but it's very like a lot of job security and like a lot of free time. And I think if you want to pursue like other things in life, it's not a half bad gig.
damn.
Yeah.
I like your logic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because
Damn.
your whole summers they pay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
get
you already paid.
Yeah, you sign like contracts for the 12 months.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and it's funny, as a teacher you have the option. So you can either get in Florida the minimum salary is $50,000 for a teacher now. So you could either spread that out over 12 months or 9 months.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get the whole $50,000 over 9 months, and then your individual check will be bigger. Or you could be like, I want it smaller checks, but
Yep.
even in June where I haven't worked in a month, I'm still getting a check in my mail.
Yeah, you're still getting paid.
And that's a pretty nice feeling, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool. Teaching is cool, and I think the money thing is hard if you live in like a place like Miami.
Yep.
But I think 50,000 in Tallahassee, you know, you
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not the worst thing ever. You know, you can
Yeah.
live off of that
Yeah.
as a single guy. You know what I mean? Young guy, you can live off of that. So pretty good.
So you're doing it for the kids.
Yes, I'm doing it for my passion of education.
Yeah, for the future.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of that stuff. Like my
Yeah.
mom's a teacher. She's a community college professor, and when I graduated high school during COVID. Like COVID had just started.
Shit.
And I did my AA in high school, so I was like 2 years ahead or whatever, because I was a big fucking nerd. So I had to like pick my career right out of high school during COVID. I had no chance to like just fuck around for 2 years, like, you know, like taking like art or whatever. And my mom sat me down and she's like, "What do you love doing?" And I was like, "I love traveling and I love playing music." She said, "There's not a lot of jobs in that." And I was like, "You're so right, Mom. I love you." And shout out to my mom. But so she was
Air
like,
horn.
Yes, shout out my mom. Barbara, I love you. But yeah, so she was like, "Oh, Anthony, like, why don't you just become a teacher?" She kind of gave me all the benefits of it. I'm doing my master's right now. She's like, "Go get your master's. You can teach at community college. There's a different like level of respect there." You know what I mean? Because like high school, middle school, the kids are forced to be there, right? Community college, you're kind of paying to be there.
Absolutely.
You know, so people are gonna like, you know, treat you a little different. You know, yeah. It's not so much hand holding in community college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's, never thought of that. That's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. I'm sitting over here like, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Pick a card, Addison.
Oh, God.
You're asking a question, babe. You're asking Rob a question.
Would you rather give up your smartphone or your computer?
Oh,
shit.
Smartphone. Nope. No, it's not.
Phone,
No, it's not.
easy.
No, it's not. Phone. Bye. I have a very
How am I
nice.
gonna check
Yeah,
my
probably
fantasy
my
football
phone.
team?
I have a very nice, very nice
But what if
gaming
I need
rig
to check it
at
on the
home.
fly? You know what I mean?
And you work on
you
your
will be
computer.
bringing with
And I work. Well, I have a company laptop,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, fuck phone. Bye.
Okay.
Phone by.
Yep.
Who am I asking?
Who do you want to?
I don't know when you look at the question.
No, don't look at the question, and that's not the way this works. Go on. Breaking all the rules.
I'll ask Jeremy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. If you could pick up a skill instantly, what would it be?
Just a skill?
Yeah, just as a skill.
Language learning.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good answer. Good answer.
The ability to be at least mediocre in every language. Don't have to be super duper fluent in like two.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Just enough to not get you killed.
Where's the bathroom?
Right behind you.
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm saying in all languages.
Oh, see how I understood that? It's already coming about,
Where
baby.
is the bathroom?
Anthony, I'm gonna ask this to you.
All right, hit me.
In what way do you feel your childhood was happier than other people's? That's really
Damn.
like,
What the why?
He grew up in fucking Miami.
Did not grow up in North Dakota.
Yeah, I grew up somewhere cool. Damn, I'm telling my whole life story. Damn. No, I was an only child, so I think I got all the love.
Damn.
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah. Also, like I'm like.
Oh, bro, you don't have any siblings.
None. Yeah.
Damn. I'm a little bummed out for you, actually. A little bit.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
sure you got. Being an only child, there is something about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
it made me who I am. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
But I guess I'm super close to my siblings.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think as a kid, you have a little feeling of like, damn, I wish I had a sister. I wish I had a brother. But
You're like, nope.
yeah, but I mean,
Fuck them
I
assholes.
thought you grow up and you're just like, oh, but like I'm me, and like I think my childhood was shaped by the fact I was an only child. Like I was also like again, that's my whole life story, goddamn. But like I was also like the son of like two Cuban immigrants. So like I had no family in America. So it was literally just me and my parents. I think that made me like develop like a real close relationship with them that we still have to this day. Yeah.
And not for nothing, I'm like 6 years older. Like I'm the oldest, and I'm 6 years older than my next younger sibling.
I have siblings that the age guys.
I remember what it was like before those assholes were around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The good old days.
Sucking up all the good cereal.
I'm the middle child, so
I think that's the toughest.
yeah.
I'm the oldest. I got 3 brothers at home. I got a twin brother, and then the other 2 that are 2 years younger are also twins.
What?
I don't know how the fuck that
Damn.
happened. Yeah, I know.
I do.
Yeah, I know how that happens.
It's a whole different podcast.
Hey, his mom is listening, please.
So mommy and daddy were really happy one night.
All right, move on to the next question. No. Colton, what are some of your personal rules that you refuse to break?
I feel like not like striving to like be my best. Like
Always push yourself.
I have my dad's work ethic. That's one thing that I got from him, and like being able to like have money and being financially stable. Like I, as a rule for myself, like I have to like be financially stable. Like I have to have some form of money and some like if I'm broke, like it really gets to me.
Yes, I heard that.
I would say definitely financial stability,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
which is hard in this economy.
I saw that.
Give it to that guy.
Yep. Yep. Addison, this is for you. I already know what your answer would be. Addison.
Yeah.
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose, and why?
I mean, I've always wanted to fly, so
Yeah.
that's like a super basic answer, but that's
No, that's-
And you didn't want to be a bird?
I mean, shit, I was gonna choose
You
it.
chose fox.
You chose
Oh, but he rolled with it. Like he could have said, "Nah, I'm a toucan." Like you could have
Fox
said
was
that.
the easy answer. I mean, I go with the
Fox's
easy answer.
wings.
Fox with wings.
Oh, peg a fox. Why? Because of gas prices?
There's that.
Yeah. I mean,
Let me see what I got for. Who hasn't answered a question yet?
Sure, we all have.
Maybe Rob, did you answer your question?
I think I have.
This one can be
Yeah,
for-
you asked that first question. You asked
This
me.
one can be for all of us. We all
Yeah,
have
there
to
you
answer
go.
This
I
one.
like it.
That's a
Yeah,
good
good
call.
idea.
Yep.
That's the wrong side. All right. It's kind of generic, but who had the most influence on you growing up?
Let's start with music first.
Music?
Yep.
Greatest musical influence. What made you want to get up on that stage? Who made you want to get up on a stage like fucking I can do that?
Oh, I know that.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
All right, go.
I'll go that. My idol has always been Kurt Cobain. Always. I mean, it's like cliche. Obviously, like Nirvana's like everybody's like gateway band to like rock, but like I just like everything about like his ethos. Like I feel like I connected with. Like I said, like grunge was really like my first ever like rock genre that like I just felt like it fully consumed me, and like I just love the fact that like he was kind of like this like tortured artist, and like the fact that like he, you know, obviously he was a complex figure, but he didn't feel totally comfortable with the fame, and like he kind of always pushed back against like the hair metal guys who would just kind of like be these dickheads, and he was very progressive.
He really was.
He was very, very progressive.
And people
like,
really don't realize that about him.
Yeah, and he fought so much for like, you know, women's rights, just
Yes.
like minority rights, like so much of that stuff, and like. Apart from being just like an amazing musician, like I was talking to Ivan about this, and Ivan was saying that he actually didn't like Nirvana for a long time, and that hurt me because I love Nirvana. But he said he didn't like it for a long time, but like the more he listened to him, the more he kind of realized kind of the inherent talent of Kurt Cobain, and it was weird because the guy, he wasn't trained at all. Like he would call himself a shit guitarist. He said he was. You know, he said he didn't know how to sing. You know, right? He was a shit guitarist,
yeah.
right? But you know, even being a shit guitarist and never practicing singing and just like screaming his lungs out. I mean, he scrammed so much. Scrammed. He screamed so much that by the end of his life, you know, he would have like vocal polyps that would cause him so much pain, and like that was one of the big reasons he committed suicide. And like, I don't know, I just like as a kid, he just like his music like just touched me so much, and like he was the reason that I wanted to pick up a guitar, the reason I want to pick up a bass, the reason I want to perform was because of Kurt Cobain, and like it was a shame that I was born way after his death, but I think
There were people in my high school boo-hoo, fucking crying.
Yeah, I remember that happened a little bit with Chris Cornell when he died. I was alive for that, and I was quite sad about that. But I feel like if I was alive when Kurt Cobain died, I would have been destroyed. Yeah. For sure. But that's my answer.
Shout out Lemmy.
Oh fuck! I have to I think I definitely have to say my guitar teacher has been like the biggest influence on me, not just musically, but like developing my character and like my ethic to work on like what I want. His name's Dan Sugarman. He has taught me so many different things, not only just on the guitar, but like just life skills in general, like getting organized, like waking up with a fucking purpose. Like I got to do this today if I want to be here in X amount of time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
So he was huge for me. I've been taking lessons from him since I was about 16. But yeah, he was the biggest influence on me, and I definitely would not be anywhere like where I am now with like songwriting and musical ability and like everything else I have under my belt without him. But he was huge.
I think that's a double answer. I think that's the first time we heard guitar teacher.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's.
Can't get a camera. There we go. Nice work.
No, that's awesome. That I would not. I would not have expected to hear guitar teacher beyond, you know, oh, they taught me how to play guitar. You know,
Yeah, no.
the fact that they
No,
actually taught you life lessons.
Dude, I look up to him like significantly. He's insanely talented, first of all, but I mean, the man works like I've never seen. But huge for me.
That's awesome.
From a like young age, this is like what made me want to step on a stage. I was with my grandfather, and he was watching Elvis on TV on stage, and the way that man just like commanded a crowd,
Yes.
and just it was unlike anything I had ever seen.
Absolutely.
And his stage presence and just everything about that, I was like, I want to do that. I want to be able to be like, I need you to go here. Now do this and
Jump the fuck up.
yeah.
A whole Elvis.
He didn't do that.
Split.
He wasn't screaming. It
But
wasn't
he-
exactly screaming toxic.
No, but he definitely commanded a crowd in a way that like nobody had done in that time. And so that's the first thing. And then like Korn, obviously.
Yeah.
Like I saw Korn and I was like, holy crap, like this one person right here is getting these thousands of people to jump.
Yes.
We got ourselves a future cult leader over here. That's what I'm hearing. I like it.
It's our final feud.
I like it.
Well, growing up, it was different from like when I got back into music. Growing up, it was like Green Day, like Green Day's drummer, and then Travis Barker was like huge. Even like when I was a kid, like Animal from the Muppets, like I would watch a bunch, and just as a kid, I would just love that.
Animal from
Did
the
you want to
Muppets.
be Animal from the Muppets?
I wanted to like hit hard like him, you know, and like same with Travis.
You
Like
do.
Travis hits hard
Wow.
as hell, and Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers, and then once I got back in the drums, it was more like new age guys. So this guy Luke Holland, I was really into, and Matt Gartzko. Like
Bro,
I
they
said
said
before.
one. No, I'm kidding.
Let him run. He has 2 podcasts where
Let
he
him
didn't
cook.
say
Let him
shit.
cook. Let him cook. Let him
He
cook.
can do whatever the fuck he
First
wants.
podcast that he spoke.
This is the Addison show. You
Ask him
go
go.
ahead.
Ask
I
him go
mean-
find me after this.
That was pretty much it, though. I mean, I was gonna end at Matt Gartzko.
Put him back in his shell.
No,
What did
no,
you do?
Come out. I miss you. You contribute so much. I love you. Please.
No, but that like for real, like all those drum guys, like definitely like had influence on me growing up for sure. And
When you go to a show, what instrument do you watch? What do you watch? You watch the singer? You watch the guitar player? I watch, personally, being a bassist, I watch the drummer. I real quick give the bassist a judgy look on what he's playing. I'm like, ugh, harky.
Hard key.
Wow.
And then I watch the drummer.
yeah, he's like the most visual instrument. Like out of all the instruments, not just like guitar, bass, drums, or whatever. In my opinion, it's like the most visual because you're just using your whole body and all your limbs, and you know when you really hit hard, you're flailing your limbs and everything, and everybody sees that, you know.
Do you go through a lot of drum heads?
Oh yeah, yeah, especially like the snare head.
Yeah.
Because my stick will be like way up here sometimes. And I'll just
That's what I was watching
slam
when
down
I
that thing.
first seen them. I'm like, this motherfucker is slamming.
Yeah.
There. He's not,
Because the
he's not
energy in
just
the
hitting
music.
it. He's
Yeah.
fucking,
Hates that thing.
yeah. That's
like,
what you
I
gotta
thought
do.
the stick was gonna go through it, man.
The energy of the drummer determines like the energy of the crowd, in my opinion.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like the drummer determines like how good the band is, in my opinion.
They really do. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of really fucking boring drummers,
Yeah.
Yes.
especially in the local
Yep.
scenes, like back home. Like they can keep a groove, whatever, but they don't play drums. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
They're not like a
It's
drummer.
the tonality has not developed.
I mean, the
Like,
drums
yeah.
are the foundation of where the whole
I've
sounds comes from.
I've
right?
had
Yeah.
to do a show without a drummer,
Oof.
and
Yes,
it
you
didn't
have.
go good.
Without a drummer, yeah.
I was there for that
Yeah.
show. That shit was rough.
Half of the people in this room were there for that.
One of my favorite local bands who unfortunately are no longer together. I loved this fucking band, right? Like they were my favorite fucking thing in the area at the time, but their drummer, man, he was like he was boring. He played with never smiled, like always had like this really very straight face,
Yeah.
poker face, basically throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
And I'd always be like, "Hey man, are you okay? Like, are you having a bad day?"
Yeah.
Fun there, fuckface.
A lot of the time it's because the drummer is like so focused on what he's playing and staying in
Absolutely.
time. It's hard to like actually enjoy yourself.
I'm sure.
So when you're like you can actually play to a metronome, like feel it, you know, and play along to it well, like you can actually start to like enjoy yourself, you know.
Definitely.
There was one show that I went to
Yeah.
at the Legacy, and it was this out of town band that we were supposed to play with, but I went, and their drummer was like so engaging. Like he would pick people in the audience and look at them, and like point, stand up on big hits and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what you want for
super
sure.
super engaging, and like I could not keep my eyes off, and like I didn't look at anybody else. It was just
Yeah.
I was like, how are you doing that as a drummer but still keeping time and
Yeah.
because he was a crazy drummer too.
That's why it's amazing to see that, because it's hard to come across, like when you can find someone who can like really let loose like that but also play really clean. like that's like special to me, you know.
You ever see that video? Drummer showed up at the wrong gig or whatever
Yes.
it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
With the costume, with the
I saw
costume.
that.
A robot and shit. He's like,
Yeah, I love that video.
There was a drummer here in town, and I don't remember who he was or what band he played with, but he kind of did that shit where he'd fucking throw his sticks up and catch it and shit. Do you have any idea who I'm talking about?
it's hard to say.
No.
Are we talking back in the day, 12 years ago when I was doing my shit?
Yeah, 12, 15
There
years
was
ago.
a few of them that were pretty animated.
Okay. I wish you could remember who the hell it was. It's gone in the memory banks though.
Yeah.
I would say Addison's a pretty animated drummer sometimes.
Yeah, you're fun to watch.
He moves.
Yeah.
Man.
I've stared whole.
You
trying to get
got to
this
tone
stand
it
up,
back
though.
at
Just
times. Yeah, you got to tone it back at times because it's like a workout up there, and it's like you get out of breath easily. Like if you don't drink enough water, like you're like I would pass out if I didn't drink enough water. Like that's how like hard it is, you know, to do like to hit as hard as you can for like 30 minutes straight.
I remember
you know?
meeting you after the set.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you were great. And he's standing there. He's like, thanks, man.
Yeah, like it's fucking tough.
carry this.
I'm running a marathon up there. It's tough. Like
Also, it's weird. I feel like a stage. I don't know if it's the lights or something, but you'll be sweating more
Yeah.
on the stage if for some reason.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a lot
if
of the
you're performing, you
venues,
just
yeah.
sweat more. Like,
yeah, a lot of the venues like the AC just doesn't get back
it's
there.
those lights.
Yeah.
And the lights too.
The
yeah.
lights are
Lights are-
fucking
yeah.
brutal, man.
movement, and now you got
Yeah.
100 people in a room.
The
That,
people
yeah, they're
in
looking
the
at you,
room.
so you're also
yeah.
a little anxious, so you start sweating, and then I think I just,
Yeah.
snowballs a little bit. But
I sweat really easily too.
yeah,
so.
me too.
now,
I'm
Ivan, you
drenched.
played in Orlando,
Yeah.
so you've been on stages.
Yes.
How about you, Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been big bands down there, big stages, big venues. What's going on down there? What's happening? I've never been.
Not exactly super big venues because obviously Miami there's so many bands. Like when I was in Miami, I mean I left at 19, so typically I was just like in high school bands or like
Right.
fucking around with my friends. Like, but the biggest venues down there are like in downtown Miami. So there's this place called Gramps. They have a lot of touring bands and that'll hold like, I think it'll hold like around 1,000.
Damn.
You know, around it's like
That's a good size.
Yeah, it's a good size. It's a good size. And then there's this thing called the Black Market MIA, where they had this deal with this place called Revolution Live. That's probably like the biggest venue, and it's like closer to Fort Lauderdale. But that holds a lot of people. But I never got to play any of those because I left kind of as I was maturing as a musician. But then I came here, and all of last year I played with my other band or a different band, and the biggest shows that I played here are house shows. That's what I've noticed, at least in the college scene.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's funny. When I first moved here, my first show was at the Warrior, and there was this band called Northy, which there was a band called
Yes.
Northy. There was their last show. It was a going away show.
Yep.
And I talked to the lead singer who was moving to Ohio because he was going to law school. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, I just got to Tallahassee. Like, can you give me any tips about like how to find shows or like what are the best shows to play here? Because I went there and it didn't seem super packed. Like I was like, man, Northy's a big band. Like it's a going away show. Like why isn't it like super filled with people? And the guy he told me, he's like, the biggest shows you'll ever play in Tallahassee are house shows where nobody knows who you are. Right, where it'll be like 200 college kids and there's just like a bunch of kegs and people are getting drunk and they just happen to have 4 bands in the lineup. You know what I mean? Obviously, maybe we're trying to do something a little different, but from my personal experience last year with more of a college band, like I wouldn't really even call this a college band because I think we have different aspirations and kind of like a different way of doing things.
I mean, I want to do house shows.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do house. Yeah, I want to do house shows
It's
too.
always
yeah.
it was always been a goal for me to be able to do a house show.
So hopefully we do lots of those.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
But I definitely found from my personal experience, like let's say like the Bark, 926, the Warrior, like I played those with the other bands, but none of those compared to house shows. Like I think we played a house show like in near last Halloween, where it just so happened to be like 180 people. They just pulled up like randomly, like random like Friday, just pulled up 180 people, and you're like shit, like we're in college, like we're a bunch of like 20-year-old dudes, and like we're playing 180 people. Like what the fuck is this? Like you know what I mean? And that was like our 3rd show ever. Yeah, it could be a little weird when you're first doing it, but you get used to it fast. I think.
That shit's fun.
Yeah.
The small shows, the small, tight, cramped ass venues.
Yeah.
It's
We got
so
some
fun.
drunk chick sitting on your bass rig. That's the fun shit.
One place that's a real cool place to play. We played a lot at the movie place at the Railroad Square, the movie lounge. I forgot its name.
Cap City Video.
Cap City Videos. Yeah, they do shows in the movie theater. so dope because it's like this tight space, but they also have like seated areas. So obviously, some people want to go to a hard show, but they don't really want to mosh or anything.
Right.
So like, it's like literally like it's like a movie theater, right?
Yeah.
So the bands play like there. There's the seats there, and there's like a mosh area, and then they'll play a movie in the background. And
Wow.
they'll play a movie in the background. So dope.
Damn.
Yeah, we played a show there Friday the 13th, and they played Friday the 13th.
Right.
And that shit was sick, sick, sick. And it's so tight that you said
play
it's
like a
like,
metal show at a
Yeah.
Friday the 13th show. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Sick.
Shout out Cap City Video.
Yeah, shout out to those guys.
Kevin, give me a call.
I actually have a question for you, and this is somewhat random. So, at guitar shops, there are a few songs that you are
Yeah.
not
That's a good question.
supposed to play.
I know where you're going.
We all know what those songs are. What are some of the most annoying songs that you hear played?
Fucking Master of Puppets.
No shit.
Ever since Stranger Things,
Yeah.
that is the one thing that everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
Every day. It's ridiculous. People just come in and just play fucking John Mayer. That's everybody's go-to.
Are you quietly judging people? Wait, actually, don't actually for the sake of your
I
job.
don't work there anymore.
Oh, you don't work. Oh, okay,
No,
I didn't know that.
No, I have a different job.
Okay, cool.
You're there once a week though.
I go in on Sundays to help the
I mean,
new guy
like
with cash.
like when
That's
you
it.
have somebody that's obviously new to playing guitar and you hear them.
Yeah.
Were there times where you're like, please stop?
Not really. I mean, so working in a music shop, like, you have to learn to just. No. Working in a music shop, you have to learn to just let things go in one ear
Yeah.
and out the other, because you'll have somebody on the drum kit, you'll have 3 people playing 3 different genres of guitar,
Yep.
a bassist, somebody on keys in the back, somebody on the DJ thing, and like I've had people come up to me and be like, "How do you do this?" And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I don't judge. Like, my biggest thing with that job was like seeing people learn. Like that was the thing of why I love the job, was because
We turn it around.
There were times where people would come in and play the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Like, and it would be every single week they would come in and they would play the same thing. I'm like, bro, do you know a different riff? Like,
Right.
stop. So yeah, I guess secretly judging.
You ever get in on one of those Guitar Center jams where somebody starts playing something and then somebody in another section picks that up, and then somebody in the drum section like,
Usually it's a guy on guitar, and then the bassist will come up, and then somebody will come up with a cajon and be like, "I want to join."
yeah.
I
Next
will
thing you know,
admit,
you got a band.
I just learned how to play Nothing Else Matters not even a year ago, and that's where like for a fucking week it was all I was playing.
There are some songs like that we would hear, but we
Yeah.
wouldn't hear like the parts that you would want to hear.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, when they would first like play the parts where we're like, all right, but then like there were a few that would know the like good parts.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, all right.
So what you're saying is that they would play Master of Puppets, but they won't play the pretty shimmery part in the middle that fucking everybody wants to hear.
Oh, when Stranger Things came out, I remember that song, like
Dun, dun,
everybody
dun.
was like Metallica.
Yeah.
It was every day somebody was playing Master of Puppets, like every hour.
Yeah.
It was bad, and they were playing it wrong too, because they're all alternate picking it, and all
It's
he
all
does is down pick.
picking. Yep.
I'm like, if you're gonna play it, at least play it right.
I recently read that his secret to down picking, he plays with 3
Yeah, he does
fingers.
this.
Yeah.
He does this right here. That's actually how I play guitar. Metallica was.
Bro,
what
I
got me
read
on
that and I
guitar.
was like,
For the longest time, this is how I held a pick,
okay. Apparently that's the key.
and now I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of difficult to hold a pick.
It kind of
playing
is.
7 string.
Yeah. Or,
wagging that
are you
finger.
saying no? Is
I
that,
am.
is that what that was? Yeah.
When I got into like playing more technical stuff, no, you can't do that
Yeah.
with this. It's nearly impossible.
I never say there's any right or wrong way to play, because there never is. There's never a correct way to play, but there are more efficient ways to play.
There are more efficient ways. I agree with that.
And that's what
Absolutely.
I think it boils down to.
It was actually Mordecai that like told me. He goes, "Hey, you're holding that pick wrong." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Hell yeah. I want to hear some more. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to do it.
Could I have some more?
And we are back.
It's fun.
Whoopsies. Whoop, my bad.
Excuse me.
That was quick. That was super quick. I should have made a longer.
Sorry. Okay. Next time you'll have a
We'll be
full
back.
demo.
We'll be back. We'll be back on the podcast.
Or
We'll be back.
maybe the next time we'll get
See
to
if I
hear it
fix
live.
this.
That would be
Fix it.
cool.
Yeah.
If you guys,
No, didn't fix it.
we'll just come out with an acoustic version.
Hey, there you go.
Fucking acoustic.
And I was like, wait a minute.
Wait,
I was like, I don't think I can get an acoustic that low.
I'm sorry, my mom is typing.
I'm proud of you, honey.
I'm watching.
Again, I am just super stoked for you guys.
Yes, very much so.
We're excited to be back into the scene and to be able to show people like what we've been working on, and like I will say like people that know Our Final Feud, they know our old stuff.
Yep.
It is going to be different, but we think that it's going to be a good different. This is the type of music that I want to make. This is the type of music that Addison wants to make. This is the type of music that we all love making.
You all want to.
If you're ready for like some heaviness, that's what we're bringing.
Oh, I'm all about heavy.
If you come to the shows and you don't mosh, we'll get sad.
I will be very sad.
We'll get sad.
There's no way you can't mosh to this music.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't sit there and just. There's certain parts where you can vibe, but it's a lot of mosh music.
I'm kicking somebody in the fucking face to that. I'll tell you that right now.
My entire life is breakdowns, man. I consist of nothing else. It's all breakdowns.
Use all the breakdowns.
In
Fucking
his
love
head,
it.
he's driving. He's
I'm all about playing the zeros and the ones. Maybe a two. Maybe a two.
If
I'll
we get
throw in there.
experimental, we go to 2.
maybe a 2, and
We
then
want to start romanticism. We throw the 2 in there. Maybe if we really fuck around, we add 3.
Oh, man.
But
I don't think I'm comfortable with 3 yet.
I'm not either. To be
I don't think I've
honest.
got to 3 yet.
I can't count that high.
Well, of course, we got to give the people what they want. So, we got the
Yes, incredible.
Yes,
I love this.
Addison Cam.
Yes. You're gonna be my screensaver.
Beautiful. Alrighty, thank everybody. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight to ask
Yes.
questions in the chat and all
Great
that.
questions.
Yes, very good. Spent an hour and 40 something minutes with you guys.
Not bad.
I think that might be a record.
I think so.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Fun.
That made me cry.
A record with you guys, not a record.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Let's not get too, it's coming down
Well, next time we're coming for the real record.
a little bit.
We'd have to be here like.
Yeah, it's over 3 hours.
In like February.
Yeah, when it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
It's been pretty nice lately, though. The past couple of days, it hasn't been fucking like horrendously.
No, I've
hot.
woke up, gone to work, and it's been like 60, and I'm like, yes.
That's all right.
I can walk to class at like 11 in the morning and not be drenched in sweat by the time I get there.
I was late to work today because I was like, fuck it, I'm taking a bike.
Oh.
I have to take one. And that takes longer because you got to get your, all your shit on.
Yeah.
Helmet and all that. Whatever. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Who gives 2 rats ass? Rob, I got to get you on a motorcycle.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Why not?
You know, I've never actually driven a motorcycle. I've been on the back of one.
You don't. You ride a motorcycle. You don't drive them.
Okay. I've never.
So we'll start there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lesson one.
First lesson.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Let's say we don't.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
It'll be a lot of fun. All right. Now I go over here and I click this. There's so much shit going on the screen right now. Gotta wait for all that to play out. And outro. Who wants to count out the outro?
Addison does.
Addison.
does.
Addison.
I'll do it. All right.